Hi, Brenton here from Effortless Swimming. One of the most common questions we get when swimmers come to our freestyle clinics is, what can I do to get faster? One of the things that we have found to be most effective when it comes to improving your swim speed is improving the catch and improving the pull through. So the catch, if you don't know what that is, it's basically from this position where you're at full extension down to about there. That's all it is. That's what the catch is. So when you hear a coach or someone else talking about the catch in freestyle, it's just that part of the stroke. And the best way that I like to think of it is it's all about setting yourself up in a high elbow position. And all that means is if we draw a line from your shoulder to your fingertips in that part of the stroke, like you can see there, the elbow should be in front of that straight line. That's a high elbow catch. Most swimmers tend to be either too straight with it or they're dropping the elbow. That's very common to see. But if you can begin to keep that elbow somewhat forwards, it will make a big difference with how much water you're holding in the stroke. One of the things that contributes to athletes dropping their elbow is if they drop their shoulder in the reach and in the catch phase. So what do we mean by that? You can see here, notice how the shoulder stays up near the side of the face there. All right, so that's one of the most important things, or one of the best things that you can do to begin to improve your catch position, is keeping that shoulder up near the side of your face and not letting it drop down. So if we look at that with a swimmer who is dropping down with their shoulder, you can see this position there. There's a big gap from the shoulder to the side of the face, and you'll notice that the elbows drop there. So if we were to draw a straight line from the shoulder to the hand, that elbow's drop down. So it's almost impossible to keep that elbow forwards if you drop your shoulder in that position. So we want to be able to keep it up. If we look at that with a few other swimmers, you'll see it here this is the Olympic 10K champion, Sharon Van Rowendel. Again, you'll notice that shoulder stays up nice and high, allows her to keep that elbow forwards. Again, with another swimmer here, this is Peter Kerr, professional triathlete. Again, that shoulder stays up. It allows him to get a good catch position there. So while he's not keeping his shoulder up as much as the other two, he's not letting it drop down too far. So that's the first thing that you can do to begin to improve your catch position. The other thing that we like to look for, and we take multiple angles when we do underwater filming at the clinics, is the position that you get to once you're underneath your shoulder. So right about there. That's a really important angle to look at. And what you'll see with the elite swimmers, or the fastest swimmers in the world, there's a couple things that they do here. Number one, their arm makes this half diamond or triangle shape. Their fingertips point down, their elbows off to the side, and you'll also notice that their shoulders and their upper arm is almost one straight line. That's really the power position in freestyle. Too many swimmers are down too deep, so there's three separate lines there instead of having the shoulders and the upper arm in one straight line. So that's just another thing that we like to work towards, to give you more access to your lats when you're swimming, which is really what we want to be using when we're pulling through. They're going to be the stronger muscles that you can use, as opposed to your pecs or the muscles on top of your shoulder. Engaging your lats can really make a big difference with your power. So that's another thing that we like to look at in the underwater filming and also teach. Now, the way we like to go about it is we do some very focused and specific swimming, but we also do some quite unique drills like this one here. This is catch kick. This is one of our favorite drills for improving your catch position. It's a little bit awkward. It's a little bit challenging at first, but we've found that when swimmers go through this drill, they start to become familiar and comfortable with a better catch. The second drill, or the other drill we like to do, is catch, catch, pull. This is a really great drill to start to change the habits that you've probably had for a very long time. So we like to go through this drill to just isolate the catch part, get that right, and then take a full stroke through, where you then get to practice that better position with a full stroke. So there's a number of unique drills that we like to go through at the clinics. And if this is something that you feel like would benefit your swimming, then we've got quite a number of clinics coming up in the next couple of months. So our freestyle clinics, we do underwater filming. We'll film you from multiple angles, do a full analysis, which will get recorded and sent to you later in the week. And then we'll go through a pool session. You're in the water, going through a number of drills and focus swimming to help you start to feel the position that we want to get in the water. And we'll give you some ways to start to change those habits that you've probably had ingrained for a number of years. And yes, it takes time to replace those habits, but going through some of these things, the best way that we've found, working with thousands of different swimmers across the last couple of years, we've been able to help thousands of different swimmers change their habits, improve their swimming. And yes, it takes time, but these are some of the best ways that we've found to do it. So you can click the link below to see what dates we've got coming up near you.